Hello everyone, I am Yatish Kuril, founder of Yatish Management Show. I welcome you all. In this show, I invite experts, distinguished faculties, and successful entrepreneurs and experts from the industry who speak on the best practices used in the companies, ideas, innovations, and research and insights for small, medium enterprises and family managed businesses. Today, our guest speaker is Dr. K.S. Srinivasa Rao. He's a professor of data science from Jain University, Bangalore. So I welcome Dr. Srinivasa Rao.
Hi, good morning. Thank you very much, first of all, for this kind of invitation. It's my pleasure, first of all, to be here and then sharing my ideas, thoughts regarding the data analytics, which is my core subject. Prior to that, let me say a few words about my introduction. Uh,
Yes.
as a professor, I started my career in 1992 from Geetham University, Visakhapatnam, Andhra University. Then later, I moved to Nirma Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. That's a place where actually I have seen what is entrepreneurship. Gujarat is hub for these kind of businesses, and then I have seen a great, excellent way the people there and the institutions that are there. For example, EDI, Entrepreneurship Development of Ahmedabad of India in Ahmedabad, is well known. Even in other places, like when I moved back to from Ahmedabad to what is called Manipal, Karnataka. There's also a place where we initiated family businesses as a program, and we connected the local small and medium entrepreneurs actually who are there around Karnataka, around Manipur, and then we supported them in terms of the learning and training. This is all my experience with that. Then I worked with different institutions as a dean and director, and right now currently I'm the professor in decision sciences, which is one very important key functioning for any kind of a business. With this my background, let me start my session if time permits.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you. I'll be sharing my screen and then, yeah, yeah. When you see here the topic of the day, as it was mentioned, the benefits of data analytics for SMEs. So, as a professor, let me start from the foundation level and then let me speak about these things. And any one of you may be having a kind of interest. Either you want to have your own startup later, and then otherwise, you are already having a small business and you want to see how it can be useful to you. As a teacher, again, my job is to give you more awareness and then push you towards your interest. With this, I'll be starting my session. Thank you very much, first of all, for all of you for paying attention towards this half an hour to 45-minute session. Thank you. Now, let us see the basic concept itself. It's called benefits. So, definitely, when you are attending this session, you have some expectation. At the same time, my job here is that let me identify the entrepreneur skills in you or suggest you if you're not having also, and then suggest you the other side how data analytics as a tool can be useful to you for making your business in a better manner. Now, with this, let me start saying something about a kind of a diagnostic part. KYC. KYC again, don't go in the concept of banking. I'm talking about know yourself. I will come. Sorry, there's a typo error. KYSC. KYS. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. When you see this screen, 1 second. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sharing the screen again. Yeah. When you see here, know yourself. I'm talking about more on the important aspects or the potential of you as a person. First, one has to understand this. When you understand about yourself, then you can handle a business very well. So that is a place where I'm pitching into. So when you see something about yourself, how to do that one? First, you ask yourself, what are your interests? What are your passions? If somebody asks me, today I already posted in my social media that about my interest, myself. I want to become a teacher at the age of 17 years in 1979. Then I decided that what is the thing that I have to do for that. So immediately I learned that, oh, I have to do some B.Ed. So this is the way I started my journey. Shall I do B.Ed or not? When to do B.Ed, again, a graduation is important. So when I'm doing my graduation, again, my horizon have been changed. Why only confined to a school to be a teacher with a B.Ed qualification? Can I again rethink that? Can I be a professor in a university? So automatically, at a graduation level, second year of graduation, I again started thinking about my master's program. While doing my master's, I know very well that the institutions, universities, AICTs, etc., these things actually insisting on the compulsory of having a additional degree called research degree called a PhD. So automatically, I started working on that. When I started working on the PhD, the requirements of that, I got it. Then I fulfilled all the requirements of going towards or reaching towards my passion. I got a job, as I told you 2 minutes back, and from there onwards, I slowly moved to the next level, so into the corporate ladder or a career ladder. And I attained the levels whatever I'm expecting. So again, I'm telling you, coming back to this, when you want to have your own business, or you want to continue in a business, or you are working in a business company, still I'm telling you, first identify what's your interest. And that interest should push you to the task. It should make it as a passion. Again, I'm telling you, there are some people who work in some companies and then taking a VRS, voluntary retirement, and then coming and joining in another profession saying that this is my passion. Don't say like that. Passion is the one which you have almost from the beginning of your life. Not need not be very kiddie school or school kid kind of thing. At least once you are mature. So keep that factor in mind. Accordingly, you have to go for it. I still remember a few years back, my daughter has a passion towards wildlife. When she was studying something about botany, zoology in the class of 8th standard to 10th standard. Now she is doing her PhD in marine wildlife in Hong Kong. So that is the way you have to develop a passion. Okay, passion is not just like that. That's the reason we say eat cricket, sleep cricket, kind of a thing. So, miss, cricket is your passion. It should be there in your blood throughout. Coming back to the next one, identify the problems that you can solve. See, understand that you have an interest. Through the interest, using your interest, what is the way you can help, you can solve some problems? Those problems should be connected to society. When we speak about society, it can be the business related, charity related, whatever it is. Again, I'll come back to details. Okay? So you should have some issue to handle. I want to do this. Your passion should drive to handle, identify the problem first. The problem can be a kind of a business related and societal, useful kind of a thing, whatever it is. Mind it. And now, in this process, research plays an important role. Again, coming back to my example, which I have given to you earlier, that is that PhD. Why PhD is important for a teacher? But when we see 20 years back, 30 years back, it may not be, because teaching is only the knowledge sharing. Now, here, since knowledge is available across, you have to search and then find an important thing, whatever is suitable to a student, and then classify it and then bring it. So that research is enhancing your knowledge further. So automatically you should have that kind of a research as a competitive advantage. So any business person or an entrepreneur or a person who want to think that I have this passion, I want to drive it next level, automatically you should do some research. The next and important thing that you have to keep in mind is the profitability of your niche. See, the question is that how you are going to identify your interest is giving some advantage. Profitability, don't keep in mind always money only. Money is one in addition to that. Money is one in addition to that. Suppose in a pandemic, the doctor goal or interest need not be earning money. Can I save 1,000 lives with the way I help them? In a big fire accident, the neighbors who are there here and there, their main job is to save the life. They don't see the profitability means there something else. So when you see me as a teacher, what was my profitability there? Oh, I am able to cater or give knowledge to so many students. Right from the beginning, 92 to as on date. You can see the span of my career. I might have served or developed students by making their change in their ideas, knowledge, imparting knowledge, and all those things. Then, with that idea and interest, whatever you have, somewhere else you have to test it. Somewhere else you have to test it. See, this is more important. You have to discuss with some people. You have to see whether your idea, whatever you are having in a mind to initiate a business tomorrow, can I check with some people? Can I have a trial? Trial cost nothing, we call. When I was into this kind of interest of a teaching, in those days we don't have all this social media, YouTube and other things. So what we used to do, I used to go to a small school, government school, and I used to request them, I will take on one topic and I will give some more inputs to your students. And in those days, government schools are different, where the knowledge imparting may be happening with the teacher. But if somebody like me, suppose coming with some qualifications, they used to say, why not? Come. I don't call it a great guest lecture, whatever we are calling now. So at least I'm able to communicate or not, and I'm getting some kind of a feedback from the students. Oh, good. These are the ways I have to change myself. So testing your idea with regards to business is also something. But here you have two worries. What is that? Oh, I am sharing my idea. Somebody will steal it. So that is another question. We are coming back to those issues later. Okay? So, but idea is to be tested within a small circle in a registered manner. Also, we'll come back to that. Good. Now, know your business. So far you have learned something about you. What's your passion, which can drive how you want to work on the issue, you want to handle it, how you want to test your idea, all this. And what is the gain? Profitability means gain that you are going to get in this process. How research will be useful to you. Right? These are all we discussed. Now, coming back to next thing. Know your business. This is the very, very important thing if you want to be an entrepreneur. And if you're already there in the business, still again, it's like eye opening. Majority of the business people may be starting their businesses, doing well, but at one stage they may be their business is going back slow, and they may not be knowing very well because by the time they have grown already, high levels they have moved and they have reached to a level. They think that whatever I say is okay, but customer interest varies time to time. So you cannot. There are great companies who failed measurably after reaching to a level. I don't want to just quote the names, but you can Google it. Okay, there are companies who failed, and companies invested left and right the money because they have money, but still they were unable to get the pulse of their customers, and they failed. So these are the situations where companies developed but unable to continue or sustain. Now, identify your audience. This is the very, very important aspect, and it also involves the behavioral issues, psychology. So, one should know the pulse of the audience and who are they first, what they want. Even when I am addressing you, I should know that, yeah, these are my audience. These are the students who are interested to start their own business tomorrow. Or these are the business people who just started the business, finding the way out. They want to learn something to develop or to promote their business better. Unless otherwise I know my audience, I cannot do a better business. The audience can be the situation with what business you are going to take it. Define your business processes. Once you think that I want to do this kind of a business as a mindset, idea wise, you have. In the previous point, we discussed idea. And then you should know, first of all, the process. In general, we speak. If you take a computer as a system, we have input and then we have process, we have an output. And in this total system, input and output are the two peripherals kind. Ultimately, what defines is the process, how it goes. For a business, you should know what is the thing that you want to start, that already you decided 2 minutes back. Now, how you want to work on that. So, if you can identify the important resources of a business, processes, Okay, this is the way the thing should be done. It can be a service also, but still, what is the way you want to make the process as far as service is concerned? Somebody may be starting, I still remember well, maybe 6, 7 years back or 10 years back, a good student from IM Bangalore got a great placement almost to 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh per month as a salary, or still more than that, I believe. It came in newspapers. And then suddenly he got his appointment letter, but he denied for that, and he moved to Chennai and started his idli vada shop. But why it happened, I'll come back to that. Maybe the passion driven him towards that. Good. At the same time, when he is going to start his idli vada shop, he, as a student from passed out student from graduate from IM Bangalore, but at the same time, he should know how to prepare it. If he is not clear about the process of idli vada, even though he is a great manager tomorrow, having a good idea and knowledge, he can bring money investors into his business. But unless otherwise he knows about the business processes, he may not succeed, because the people who are his employees may sometimes fail to deliver the things whatever they want. So you should know where the mistake is going to happen. So processes are to be defined properly. The next important thing is resources. See, once you identify the processes at each stage, okay, this is the entry level, it is the medium level, it is the exit level. So out of the three levels, it can be a kind of a raw material we are getting it. It is the process we are preparing it. We are packing something. We are delivering something. So at each level, you should have your resources. Resources again, don't keep only in mind financial resources. That is very, very important for a business. But at the same time, you have huge money, but you don't have person to work otherwise. You remember back during the pandemic time, maids were unable to come and give the service, render the services at the apartments. Apartment rules were there, and physically we also worried that, oh, if she comes or he comes, is a problem to us. So getting a maid, even though you want to give more money, is sometimes not possible. Same thing. You may be having pocket money in your pocket, but you are there in a desert and you are thirsty. You don't have water bottle with you, or you don't have water source. So resources are very, very important in any business. And identify what are important resources. So I have seen, I remember well, a key important resource person, manager, CEO, what happened with some kind of a tussle between the both the persons, employees, sorry, CEO and the manager, top manager. He asked him to leave the organization, and he has thrown his resignation and left. 1 minute job. After he left, then he realized the importance of a person and his knowledge level, how much part he is actually supporting it. With a single point of emotion, he took a decision, but it cost to his businesses. Similarly, you have seen so many business units where a split minute of the time they may not be properly doing the businesses, and that spoils the entire business show, whatever they have done earlier and in future also. The next important thing is that finance is also an important resource, but there are sources. I'm telling you again, to getting a fund is a problem. But today, in all business units, you have a venture capitalist, VC. Okay, private equity is coming. If your business is really lucrative to someone, they will come and fund you. Of course, you have to repay. That's a different thing. But I'm telling you, you have to identify not only the finance, the people. People matters here. And the other things, called resources, can be a raw material, for example, and the transportation. Today, you understand logistics plays an important role. Throughout pandemic, the important industry it was survived. Otherwise, it's called logistics. Okay, these are things you have to keep in mind in our business. How close you are. Okay, how clear you are. How close you are with the resources. Otherwise, procuring those resources become more costly to you. Then adding value proposition. This is a very, very important. Coming back to the same story of a IM Bangalore example, student, graduate. He started an idli vada shop. No doubt, nothing wrong in that. It's also business. But how it is different from a idli vada that we get it at our doorstep. That's a place this person might have added value to his product. Is it in the service level, production making level, or it is in the raw material level. In what level he made a change. Therefore, people are ready to pay money, extra money, to a same idli vada, which may be available outside market 15 rupees. This guy may be charging 50 rupees. So 15 to 50, 15 to 50, that is a change happened because the value addition has been done by this business person, by this entrepreneur, to see that customers are coming more. That is a very, very important secret of the business. Secret means open secret. You should tell me how you want to. Mobile is the same, but which mobile you are going for that? What is the specialty of that? Food is same, but which food restaurant you are using it, or which food item you are taking from a given restaurant, that matters. Decide the business goals and partners. This is a very, very important because you have your idea, you are starting your business as an entrepreneur. Very good, excellent. You have your resources, you are taking it. You know very well what is the way you want to give value addition, you have done it. Everything is perfect, no doubts. But ultimately, unless otherwise you have a goal to reach, how can you see your business down the line 5 years? Sir, chalega sir, we will see first, let it go. We will see. No. You have to see where you are going to be down the line 5 years, 10 years. Now I'm giving a name of a company, Baizu, for the example. Baizu was one of the tutorial classes once upon a time. You see the way the business is happening. Okay? They are including their channel partners. I have seen thousands such kind of tutorials earlier also, coaching centers we call. Left and right you have, not today. 100 years back onwards, we have these kind of tutorials or coaching centers. But why this particular company is moving on a fast track, you understand the secret of that one. Maybe the goal is different. I want to do like this. Again, I will take my example to make you understand. That is that I have a business goal as a school teacher, I reached, about to reach. Then immediately, after next 5 years, what I want to do? I want to become a professor. Immediately, I move towards that. While I'm reaching to that, how can I become a dean or director? Today, if you ask me, I'm at the age of 60, what is your next goal? Yeah, I want to become a vice chancellor. Why not? See, this is the way you should have changing your goals because you know very well you are reaching to the goal next 1 year, next 2 years, something like that. So you have to see that your benchmarking is to be raised. You should never you should compromise on your businesses. At the same time, who are there with you? Partners. Channel partners are very, very important to promote your business. It may be a great company, but if it is not connected with a particular logistics company, their product may not be served to the doorstep. E-commerce plays an important role to some of the great companies. Companies are able to deliver a great product, but who has to give that one? It should come through the other channel partner called this one. Need not be a channel partner, a business partner sometimes. Your venture capitalist or your private equity person, agency can also sometimes wants to become a partner in the company because it is not investing money and taking the interest on that money along with the capital invested, but at the same time they want to be a partner along with you. So you have to please them, you have to satisfy their interests also sometimes. Then the tussle comes. That's the reason I have seen cases where two friends who have an idea by one person, second person is also supported him, and this person wants to move slowly towards that. But at one stage, each one have their own ideas about that. I am the owner of the business, and then the issue happened with the businesses, and business collapsed. And next important thing is in these kind of businesses, whenever you want to start as a entrepreneur, you should be like a Rahul Dravid. That means what? Consistency is very, very important here. Why consistency is important? Means you should not have second thought after one day, after second days. Chalo yaar, I don't want to do it. Let me stop. Let me do something. That attitude is not okay for you as an entrepreneur. Mind it. The important thing, another thing is innovation. I told you what is the value addition you are doing it. At the same time, how different is your product compared to others. Innovation is very, very important, either in terms of supply or in terms of the service or in terms of product size, shape, or a packaging size, whatever it is. A small pen drive will come in a big package. Now, the innovation may be in the package so that people will be attracted towards that. A small cup of tea may be coming by Chai Point in a different, what you can call, paper bag, very strong paper bag. 3 to 4 hours it can be sustained at warmth, hotness, heatness. So you have to use those things. Don't worry about those things. Innovation. I'm going. Next important thing is know your business in the part of that. The first and foremost thing that you have to see, first of all, any activity, whatever you do, is known as enterprise. Any activity. But there may be a goal as I suggested. The goal may be, am I going to get some profit? You would show me one business person. I am doing my business only to serve society. I don't want a single pie out of this. Not possible. That becomes a different charity. Once you become a good entrepreneur, getting more money, then you can do the charity. So you please understand that any activity that you are doing it, not a general activity, whatever you do, I do kind of a thing, making one's living, that is more important, or making money by producing. You are living by producing a particular item or selling an item. Therefore, you are survived. Is a business. And your job is only sell it. That's also good. Marketing guys we call. Such as goods and services, whatever it is. You go to a beauty parlor, that is also business because they are doing the service in order to get some money. Okay? Farming. Today, farming is a very, very great entrepreneurship. Farming, if you want to do it, because everybody, organic farming, and you go outside, organic items are costing almost a double, triple. People are buying it also. So there is a market. It's not just like pandemic created that worry that we have to take this kind of food. No, no. Other than that also is there. A agent who is selling and buying the houses, etc., broker kind we call, is also doing a business. Entrepreneurship, when you take into consideration, he should have a tendency of that, yeah, I am going to take a risk. But at the end of the tunnel, I will see light. That is that this is the profit I am going to get it. So it all depends on his confidence. Without the confidence, one cannot become an entrepreneur because the society sometimes pulls you down. Are what you'll do? See your classmate. He is doing a job in so and so company, and he is getting his salary. Why you are wasting, burning your fingers? Otherwise, don't burn your fingers. This is the way people will discourage, including your family members. But sometimes, if you have a challenge, you have to. Okay, that is the more important for entrepreneur. Mind it. Now you are starting a new business. Okay, startups nowadays we are calling it. There are so many startups. But I suggest you one thing. Whenever you are starting a new idea as a business, try to also understand something called as the how to register my idea. Patents are becoming very, very popular. And if you are doing something, as I told, somebody is doing a different variety of idli dosa by service or by production, he may be doing and he is getting his business. But seeing that business, another person will see that and he will start his own business, but he will register the same business processes and he will be getting the patent. And he will be getting more money than this guy. So that's the reason you will see, the same kind of business, somebody is also doing it, but the patent, copywriting is also different. Be ready for that. And how many entrepreneurs are there? Today we see them, oh, this is a big shot. Because he or she got the name and fame. But once upon a time, they were like you, like me only, started their career at a very, very low profile. You want to name them? You can see the names. One is you can see the first and foremost thing, Bill Gates. Second one, Steve Jobs. You know them, oh, because I know them kind of thing, because you have read so much of literature about them. Indian contest, Dhirubhai Ambani. Yes. And then I don't know how many of you know the full name of J.R.D. Tata. And then how many of you know the full name of Narayan Murthy? And Shivna, of course, Shiv Nadar. Everybody knows Mittal we call, Lakshmi Nivas Mittal. Well known Now they are all becoming a big industrialists. And then Birlas, Tata Birla we call in general, by names I'm taking it. Sanvi groups as I take into consideration, Dilip and Premji as a society when you take into consideration, Ajim Premji. These are the people whom we know that in the very beginning, if I want to say something about Nirma Karsanbhai Patel, my role model when I was there in Ahmedabad. I have seen him literally, physically, and I have read stories about him in what manner he started his own business. His washing powder Nirma, going to door to door and giving the powder, also using a bicycle. Now today you see Nirma as a company, how it is. All these are there. Narayana Murthy, see the life story of Narayana Murthy. Dhirubhai Ambani, don't see the present sons of Dhirubhai Ambani, how they are doing it. Don't take them as a role model now. The entrepreneur, you have to see first of all that consistency, the risk taker, taking should be there. Yeah, please understand one thing. I don't want to take a risk now only to start my own business. I want to start one. I mean, I want to join as an employee in a company. Nothing wrong. This is called intrapreneur. An intrapreneur is a manager working in a company, not your own company, in a company, and you want to promote or give your idea, innovative ideas in developing the products so that the company will definitely grow. When the company is growing, they will be identifying you also one of the important stakeholders. So this is also an important thing because the company will treat you differently, will pay you differently. It's called intrapreneur. Sometimes you can be an entrepreneur for some years in a company, then come back and you can start your business differently. You will become an entrepreneur. Nothing wrong. You want to name some few people in this. Again, the innovative is the cutting point. If you don't have the innovation in your mind, you may not be. Mind it. Otherwise, everybody is an employee. I don't know how many of you know Spencer developed the post-it note. I don't know how many have seen that yellow color wala post-it will put it, developed by 3M company. There's a big case study. Story is there. I'm not discussing. I'm just giving an idea. You can do the Googling. Next one is that engineer Steven regarding this portable digital camera at Kodak. Kodak was a failure, but Kodak camera, digital camera, was an important thing. Similarly, Paul created and launched Gmail when he was an employee at Google. Similarly, Ken is one of the junior level employee in Sony company. What was his this one? PlayStation. Now you see everybody work the Sony PlayStation. Very, very important thing. So these products which are innovative on the particular day, in those days, it was developed by the employees and their innovative ideas and supported by the company. Mind it. It's called intrapreneur. Now let us go to the core important aspect of SME. Maybe the session may continue for a few more minutes because I'm touching now into the important aspect. SMEs, when you take into consideration, yeah, we call it a small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. Very good. And then the important thing is that it is not limited to a type of industry or service, and you can work that SME concept across trading companies, export and imports, because you need a supporting association with that. Distribution channels, retailing, rental companies, service companies, where what not, anywhere else. The only thing is it is a non-subsidiary because not supported directly by the government. Independent firms which employs fewer than a given number of employees because the number of size of employees may not be there like a great big companies like a steel plant or something like that. So that's the only way you have to differentiate it. The most important thing for his SME is again the innovation. If you are clear on this, let me go to the now core aspect of today's discussion. It is called KYA, Know Your Analytics. Before going for that, you should know something about analytics. What is it? What is analytics? It's nothing but information. From where we get information? From a data. How we get the data to information? By churning it out. In what manner? Using statistics in a systematic way of analyzing the data is known as analytics. The information is coming like that. What are the various parts that are there in that? I want to visualize some diagrams, charts are required. Statistics plays an important role. Mind it. I want to analyze it. Some statistical tools are there. But remember one thing, without the support of computer as a technology, we cannot do anything because today all companies are handling large data size or database. This reason is called big data. Once upon a time, it was called big data. A big data is nothing but huge amount of data originated from various data sources. For example, your mobile, how many messages you are typing and sending, that itself also a huge data. Yeah. Now, once you are here, there are some. Sorry, there was a typo error in this. There was a. Yeah. Let me go back. Yes. Examples for this data analytics. Fighting climate change in local communities is also an example because you have to identify, first of all, how the change is happening, how to prevent them, okay, then with whom you have to associate it, and what kind of inputs you have to collect it, and then how much information after collecting the data you have to supply to the others in order to create more awareness, and that at least minimizes the risk of climate change. Example, sound pollution. Otherwise, pollution itself is a thing. How much level of education you have to do to your channel partners, the neighbors, so that the climatical change can be reduced. Deforestation is second example. I can give so many. The next one is serving customers with useful products. See, you are my customer. Unless otherwise I know something about you, I cannot render my services properly. Your yesterday taste may be different, and today you want to experiment with that. So I have to see what is your liking on Sunday, what kind of items you like it. If I know that beforehand, I can keep my stock ready for you. So analytics will be useful in various changing mindsets of the customers, and that will affect the businesses like anything. Mind it. Okay. Of course, during COVID time, you know very well that medical healthcare have been taken a different shape. I don't know how many of you seen a metal stand which was developed just to press the what you can call hand washing thing mechanism to get that one without touching the bottle. That's it. It was there. That everybody knows the science behind that. Okay, lever technology, but still, so many stands were sold, and the people were benefited because of that. Yeah. Next, when we see this data analytics, it will be useful to you as an entrepreneur in order to optimize your business and the performance of business. Optimizing is the best of the best. Mind it. And it depends upon the way the customer wants and the way you can also deliver. It can work in from the two angles, two sides. So this is very, very important aspect with regards to analytics. And I told you very clearly, data analytics involves huge data. It requires the support of statistics as a subject and the tools and techniques of statistics, and also the technology that is coming from the computer side. So computer technology, statistical tools put together is the concept called data analytics. Mind it. Almost all the important aspects of analytics we are taking in the next 10 minutes. We will be closing our session also. Four important types of analytics. The first one is called descriptive. Second is diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics. And understand one thing, depending upon the company requirement, we will be suggesting what is important for your business at this stage. Okay? Come. What is descriptive? What happened? What happened to your business last time? 5 years back? So we are first finding out what all happened in the past. So collecting the data from the past and understanding that point actually about the issues and challenges of a business is essential, important to understand the present business and future business also. So any data that we are capturing and analyzing it to understand what happened in the past comes under descriptive analytics. It describes the past behavior of a company and its performance. Then we are going for the most important thing is diagnostic analytics. What it says? Why it happened? Oh, this happened because. That is the next one. First, why it happened. So this why is a plays an important role. And remember one thing: is what, why, etc., when, where. All these are the part of research. So is other way analytics is useful to your businesses. Mind it, the researching about yourself as a entrepreneur, researching about your businesses, how you are managing that. So it gives a lot of insights why it happened. And why it has happened, as we discuss about the iceberg principle, only 10% is visible, the 90%, the invisible part. This is the place we are going to identify sometimes when we do diagnostic analytics. And this is the core part of analytics also. Once we identify that, oh, it's happened because of this, why it happened. Okay? If we know that root cause, automatically things can be simplified. The next important thing is that predictive analytics. If suppose I make a change in your business like this, it may give you a better result like this. So that kind of a what if and then. So this is another important thing. What is likely to happen? This is when I say likely to happen means it is about the future. But when I come to say something about the future, people say it's a forecasting. Forecasting with regards to businesses are very, very expensive and costly. The reason is that it requires a lot of complicated computer algorithms. Of course, the statistical mathematical tools behind that. So one has to see what is the right way, better way, optimal way we are going to predict your businesses tomorrow. Accordingly, you have to line up your resources. Of course, that's the meaning of that. So predictive analytics is the advanced analytics that are important to understand about the future of the businesses. Mind it. And the last one, which is very, very important, is that prescriptive analytics. It is more like a doctor's prescription we are giving to you. What action to be taken? You are do like this only, like a consultancy. One consultant will come to your business and say something like that. In the same manner, prescriptive analytics will say something about please do like this in order to handle any future issues or challenges. So this requires again still further advanced tools, technologies of both mathematics, statistics, and computer technologies together. Mind it, it's not a one-person job. And this prescriptive analytics requires, as I told you right now, machine learning, which is a very, very important. And maybe in the year 2001, there was a time point when I was there at NIRMA. I worked with artificial neural networks. It's called ANN. Today it is otherwise a part of AI, artificial intelligence. And we were able to predict the future behavior of stock markets. I'm talking about in the year of 2000, 2001. And I got a research student who supported me, Mr. Bhanu Pant. So if you see these kind of things, the machine learning is very, very important. And the important aspect is that how you have to do your business in future will be decided by these things. It's almost like a robot telling to you whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not. That kind of a thing. Because the machine is gaining the knowledge and suggesting to you about your own businesses. So please keep this in mind, and one has to use these tools and techniques in your businesses. Now, I'm almost closing the sessions in the next 5 minutes maximum. What type of data analytics does your business require? Don't copy from somebody. You will be visiting your friend's business. He is doing it. He may say that, yeah, I use some analytics in my office, in my company, businesses. So immediately don't come and copy it and then use it. The same prescription may not be suitable to you, like a doctor, patient. A patient cannot take another patient's prescription and follow just like that. It may lead to some other problems. So you have to understand what is your business, what is the status of analytics in your business. You are not at all used, want to use it, that's another thing. You're already using it at the four levels. Where are you? Because each level, when you are using it, it is an expensive. Going to level 1 to level 4 is definitely costliest. So where are you as a business? Are you ready to afford to go for next level in order to get a better business? Again, that risk taking, consistency are the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Okay. Now, how deep do I need to dive into the data? This is the question I told you. It's like iceberg principle. 10% visible, 90% is not visible. Like a diver, you have to jump into the waters and see from the bottom with all things, oxygen, putting a cylinder on your head back, and then searching for the root cause analysis. So, how much time you can be there inside with a single oxygen bottle, kind of a thing? How much data you can get it actually to understand your business problems? When you are working on that, automatically your business still going down to down, kind of a thing only. Understand it. That is a crucial stage. How far are my current data insights from the insights I need? Okay, I got some insights. Using them, can I start proceeding further? Yeah. So these are the things you have to keep in mind. Analytics useful to you while you are developing your business strategies. Mind it. Why you have to study analytics, or why you have to understand analytics? Why you have to use analytics in my business? Because that will be useful to you to settle majority of the strategies, developing the strategies and applying the strategies in your business. So that's the reason we suggest, promote, and use these data analytical tools, whatever you want to, but you have to take that with the support of experts whenever you want to implement it. Or if you are a student, you want to start your business, you can take courses related to analytics, study more in detail, and understand your businesses also. What type of data analytics does your business needs? Again, I'm telling you, when you see this, uh, where are you? What is the ROI I'm going to get by using data analytics? That is the question you pose yourself. Or you ask the consultant whom you are taking it, or you ask the company with whom you are associating for usage of their analytical tools in your business, in your company promotion. What is the ROI, return on investment? Then accordingly you can work on these things. Okay, this is very, very important. A mature vendor will share the best practices and take care of everything. So when you are approaching a consultant, we will share, see, in a company like this, when the situation was like this, we applied like this, and this was the change happened. So those first experiences sharing you have to take into consideration, and you have to connect that where are you in the businesses, which level of the data analytical tools we have to apply. Slowly you have to improve, and the tools can also be incorporated in your system. Okay, the right mix of the data analytical tools are to be incorporated in a given business situation for promoting the business and sustaining the business. This is all about the, maybe we thought about the half an hour to 45 session. Yeah, almost all we are touching 12:30. We are closing the session. And any types of questions and answers, if you have, you can text me through my WhatsApp my number, which is given here, 9620 55 9612, or you can send me any emails in order to your businesses are concerned, or your interest is concerned in terms of the usage of analytics to me, to my email ID called SRINIRAO at the rate of yahoo.com. Srini Rao 35 at yahoo.com. SRINIRAO 35 at yahoo.com. Okay. Thank you very much for your understanding of this. We expect that you will be giving more queries to me in either to my mobile, WhatsApp, or to my email account. Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, I'll be closing my session with this.
Yes, it was sir. It was very wonderful session, and I think so. Audience must have learned about what is research and business process, then what is innovations, then what is difference between intrapreneur and an entrepreneur.
My
and
bad.
finally about analytics and its steps like that. So I
Yeah.
hope the people who are going to watch or watching us may listen to this and take learn something from this session, and if they have any queries, they can get back to you, or they can write comments on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn comments, and surely doctor will get back to them. So
Thank
it
you.
was a very wonderful session. So I thank you for your for coming to my show, as well as giving us insights about analytics.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.